Hey Wildcats, welcome to the next episode of Steamboat. As last week I told you we were going to be talking about Deep Rock Galactic, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So, Deep Rock Galactic. Where do I begin? Honestly, I fell in love with this game the minute I started playing it. It's just such a great overall experience. I would strongly recommend it. In Deep Rock, you play as one of the four dwarves that were hired by the company Deep Rock Galactic. Now, Deep Rock Galactic's main mission is to get as many minerals as possible, and they have found one of the most ore-rich planets in the galaxy, but it also happens to be one of the most uninhabitable planets in the galaxy. This planet is called Hoxie's 4, and it is completely infested with man-eating, mutated alien bugs. Now, these bugs, honestly, whenever I first played this game, they were really a threat to be reckoned with. But as you get used to the game, as you get used to certain abilities, certain class abilities, and upgrade your equipment, then it gets a lot easier. But of course, you can scale the difficulty. Hoxie's 4 is full of, like I said, it was mineral rich. The planet is basically hollow, completely littered with cave systems, vast cave systems with life in them, and a lot of death, actually. Whenever you find yourself digging down in the drop pod, going down, digging to 1,000 meters down, 500 meters down, whatever it may be, to do specific missions, you'll find that as many friendly creatures there are 100, maybe even 1,000 more violent ones. Now, Hoxie's is littered with these mutated alien bugs called glyphids. Glyphids are the main enemy in the game, and they're what's stopping you from just completely devouring this planet from all its minerals that you can. Now, the dwarves who are exploring Hoxie's, the ones that go down and get that gold, get those minerals, they need to have a specific set of skills, and these dwarves definitely do. You can play as one of the four classes: engineer, driller, gunner, or scout. Now, they all complement each other, but they can all work perfectly independently. Engineer is what it sounds like, and he's an engineer. He can construct platforms to help his fellow dwarves get up walls. He can construct a little turret to help defend something from the glyphids. The driller, now the name says it all, he drills. He comes with these support tools, which are two big arm-mounted drills. He can dig through walls like nobody's business, and he's definitely the best in the team if you ever need to get through a wall or to quickly escape to the drop pod. If you can't find your way there, just ask the driller, hey, can you make a direct tunnel, a direct route straight to the drop pod? And he'll do it. Now, the gunner, once again, these names are pretty self-explanatory. He is the one with the big guns. He does the most damage in the team, and if you have a swarm of glyphids coming, he's your man who's going to be taking care of that. And then finally, the scout. I hate to compare games, but a lot like the TF2 scout, he is fast, he's mobile, and he comes with a grappling hook that can help harvest higher up, harder to reach minerals. All of these classes complement each other, I think, in a perfect way, and it's just whenever you have a full lobby of all four classes working together, it's a really satisfying experience. Now, Deep Rock, I would say, is a co-op, mission-based FPS. Now, the missions are what really give this game, among other things, its lifeblood. The missions span from just a simple go out, collect a certain mineral, come back, and everything's fine, to escorting this big drill dozer that will drill right through the earth directly to what is called an Armor and Heartstone, which I won't tell you right now because I suggest that you play the game to find out. I won't get too into the missions because I would count that as spoilers, because it is mainly what the game consists of. Now let's get into what I think is a really interesting aspect, which is the root beers. Now, the space rig, this is where you get your missions, where you customize your character, where you can switch out your equipment, but there's also a root beer bar where you can order special drinks. Now, these drinks could just be normal, or they could have special effects, but the drink of the day I think is a really interesting aspect. The drink of the day has a special gameplay changing aspect. There can be ones that make it so you mine through earth quicker, ones that make it so you get more gold from gold deposits, ones that make it so you take less fall damage, all sorts of things. And I think they really add something special to each and every mission. Now let's move right on to my personal review. As I've already said, I highly recommend this game. It has so much replayability, so it's honestly just such a fun time, especially if you're with friends. And the community, oh, mwah, magnifique. The community is so nice. I have never been in a community that's so welcoming to new players and just overall great. Now, like last time, I'm going to be rating this game on 3 different factors: visual style, gameplay, and overall fun factor. Visual style, Deep Rock Galactic has a low poly visual style, but I think it does it in such a way that's unique from other low poly titles. And it's just, whenever you get into specific areas, it can be such a beautiful game, even without the realistic graphics, I think. I've always had a saying in my head that realism isn't everything, and Deep Rock Galactic really shows that. Even without the realistic graphics, I think it can look completely beautiful in some places. I give Deep Rock Galactic's visual style a 5 out of 5. Now let's go over to gameplay. Now, gameplay, like most games, it can be kind of confusing at first, and there can be different missions, different classes. You just don't know where to start, but once you get into it and you pick a class that you main, then I think it just becomes just really great, really user-friendly experience. I give Deep Rock Galactic's gameplay a 4 out of 5. So fun factor. What else can I say? I've had so much fun with this game, and I'm not even that far into it. It's really addicting. You can play it single player, but like most games, this game really shines with friends and even with random people online. It's just an overall amazing experience. I give Deep Rock Galactic's fun factor a 5 out of 5. Now, Deep Rock Galactic, if you're interested, it is on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. It is on all the consoles, though I don't think you can buy a disc of it. You might have to buy it in the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Store, whatever, online where you can download it there. On Steam, Deep Rock Galactic is $30, which might seem a bit pricey, but I think it's completely worth it. Even if you want to buy your friends a copy, I think it's just completely worth that price tag. Deep Rock Galactic has an overwhelmingly positive review status with 97% positive reviews. Alright guys, I think that'll be it for this review. Join us next week when we're going to be talking about Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together. I'm sailing on out of here. Woo woo!
Platform up, we're rich. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich. Reloading. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich. We are unbreakable. We're rich. We're rich. We're rich.